What's up guys, Titsy Lamey here with episode number 23 of Red v Blue. In today's episode, the first games of the new season. FC Hyde, of course, in the Vanarama North and Maine Road in the Northern Premier League. So, without any further ado, like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave the comments down below, and I'll get you back after the intro.
Streets are full of dreams and lies. Every corner has a story. With a pint and cloudy skies, we chase our fleeting glory. Manchester Knights are calling. In the madness we are falling. Round and round the wheels turning. Bright city always burning.
So we're going to start the episode off with Maine Road, and our starting lineup is as follows. We've got Daniel Cameron in goal, behind Josh Stewart, Rory Sheeran, Alfie Presswell and Kieran Burton. Gethin Owen starts in midfield. I mentioned him in the transfer episode. He can't actually play as a defensive midfielder. We're going to try him out there because I think he can do a good job, and hopefully he'll learn the role as he goes. If he doesn't, we've got options. Jack Powers alongside him. In front of them, it's Matt Ahmed, Glenn Tierney, Coven Bird, and Justin Iwobi starts up top. On the bench, it's Malcolm Edwards, Graham Gebby, Dana Amaral, Lewis Noland, and Gavin McDonald. So let's firm that team and go and see what we can do away at Farsley Celtic. So for our first Main Road game of the season, we're going to say I want to be abreast today and go put on a show. And so we'll try and get out there and make a difference again, because that's all we can really do. And it's done absolutely nothing of note. We are hoping to get off to a good start with Main Road. We should have a team good enough to get promoted from the Northern Premier this season. Those are famous last words. Funnily enough, the lineup that I've got for today's team is almost entirely different to the one the assistant manager recommended. But our coaches on their star ratings think the players he wanted in their place are significantly worse than the ones that I've got on the pitch. So I don't know what they're thinking, really, because I can't imagine that Farsley are a worse team than we are in that respect. They'd not long come down from the Northern Premier League, from the National League North. So, yeah, it's an interesting one. But we will try and get a win today. That's the plan. Corner with Rooney now for Farsley into the box, and Agnew with a header. It's gone wide, luckily. I really don't like this colour filter. I don't know why. There must be a way to turn this white filter off, because it's really irritating, because I just cannot tell the difference between these two kits. And yeah, if anyone knows how to turn that filter off, let me know, because that's got to go. Throwing now with Stewart for us to Ahmed, back to Stewart, and he cuts it back to Ahmed again into the bottom for Tierney. Can't find it. Statham heads it out. Hull gets it away to Owen now. Gethin Owen playing a little bit out of position, but Bird gets it into the net. And Gethin Bird, before the game, was telling me he can't play in that position. And I think Gethin Owen might just have learned a very important lesson about himself, because he has done exactly what I was asking him to do in that position, which was get the ball forward to Bird, and or to anyone, essentially, set them up for a shot on goal, and he's done it. So that's a sign that we have made the right choice with him. And one thing as well that's worth maybe consideration is that Coben Bird was one of those players that the assistant manager didn't think should play today. He's already scored. So, chalk one up for me, I guess, but we'll see how it goes for the rest of the season. So we praise the boys, and half-time awaits. And as we get to half-time, we're going to say that we can finally take charge of this match, which I think is fair. We're going to grab Ahmed, Tierney, and Iwobi and just give them the old pointy finger, because we just need them to step it up a little bit. Glenn Tierney, especially, is a player who's been with us for so long now and played that role so many times. He shouldn't have any trouble getting a good performance. So I'm not sure what's happened. That filter's gone now. That's brilliant. There must be a way to turn it off. It must be optional. Anyway, Rooney, ball out wide to Statham. Statham goes back to Hull, and Hull will take his time on the ball, and all the way back to his goalkeeper, to Saltmer. Saltmer back to Hull, which was a bit of a weird one. Burton inside for Cresswell. I did say Kieran Bale was probably going to play as a centre-half this season, And it's not really shaken out that way just yet, but I'm sure we'll get him there as Wilson plays it to Statham. Bird gets the ball back to Ahmed. Ahmed through ball to Tierney. Tierney, shot from range. Wow, that was very, very close. That would have been a spectacular goal had that gone in. And now we've got a corner, and it's going to be Jack Powell to take it into the box. Looking for a head, can't quite buy one. And Wallet's heads to the way, but Bird will chase that down and pick it back up. Will we get it back into the mixer? Powell now with a chance to cross, you would hope. Gets the ball across low, and Coburn Bird there again for a second goal of the game. And I should again remind you, the assistant manager, for some reason, felt like he wasn't good enough to be starting today. And Coburn Bird continues to impress me, if I'm honest. Always continues to impress me, and he's stepping up. He's stepping up to this level. Scores 2 on his first game at this level, and I imagine will score many, many more throughout the season as we go straight into a kickoff highlight, which is not a great thing. Nicholas to Wilson, forward to Harris, over the top for Darlington. Darlington one-on-one. Cameron gets a foot in there. All the defenders get themselves in the way, and we've escaped that one as Tierney heads it on for Iwobi. We're going to hit him on the counter here. Iwobi brought down. That might be a booking at the very least. It's not. And we're not going to see the free kick, so I guess nothing is coming of it. But, yeah, we're looking like we're okay. We're looking like we're okay at this level so far, because as I said, Farsley have not long been relegated. So, if we can keep up with them, we could be in a good position. So, goal kick for Saltner for Farsley. We've made just the one change so far. We've brought on Malcolm Edwards for Josh Stewart at right back, just because Josh Stewart was getting tired. And I didn't see the point in getting him injured for the first game of the season, which didn't seem worthwhile to me. Although I'm now looking at this, and it might be Ahmed and Iwobi coming off shortly because they are not performing well. As Cameron with a big ball down deep, I think he's taken over the captain's armband. Tierney can't get there. Clement heads it on, but Bird should get to it. It does. To Powell. Powell with a chance to build something here to Burton. Burton, can he get a ball to Bird? Does. And across to Owen. Owen with another chance to create something. Good run from him out wide there to Edwards. Well, Edwards fired across. He is a good crosser with the ball. He's found Matt Ahmed. And Matt Ahmed gets a goal to prevent himself, frankly, from being taken off. Because that was very much on the cards. And it now looks like it could be Iwobi and Tierney coming off. Which is a very different set of substitutions to what I thought I was going to make, if I'm honest. Or it's not very different. It's not very different, changed the tactic. But either way, we're up 3-0, so it's not like we have to make big decisions immediately, and we can kind of rest a little bit. So we've got a free kick for Farsley. Clement goes deep. It's headed away by Bird. I have made a couple of subs just to get some fresh legs on the field. Lewis Nolan comes on for his debut, give you the chance to see him play, and so does Gavin McDonnell up top. And Gethin Owen has gone into that attacking midfield role, even though I'm trying to teach him the defensive midfield role. And he will play there more often than not. It's just it was a good way to reshuffle the side and get Glenn Tierney a chance to clear his head a bit, because he's not really performed today. And hopefully we'll see Nolan and McDonnell come very good for us this season. So we'll hope for the best here. And time's ticking away anyway. So we've looked okay so far for the last few minutes of the game. We have a couple of minutes of injury time left. I cannot see any more highlights coming. I feel like we have got a highlight coming. Cressbot to Burton. Are we going to get a fourth goal right here at the end of injury time? As Powell picks up the ball now and goes across looking for Ahmed, who gets tackled by Brownhill. It's Young. Young through to Darlington. This is going to be a goal, isn't it? It is. Lewis Darlington gets a goal back for Farsley. Picks up the ball ready to go after centre circle with it. And you can't see them scoring 2 more, but then it's FM and anything can happen. Probably got to feel he maybe fouled Ahmed when he came through the back room there, but, you know, I know better than to ask questions of the match engine, so we'll just let it ride and let them have their goal. It's not a clean sheet to open the season, but, you know, it's something. So, well, that's full time. We've got ourselves through it, and Coburn Bird, a very well-deserved man of the match awards. We'll say nice work, everyone. That was good, and we'll go see what's happening at FC United. And so we move on to FC United. And our starting lineup here is very, very familiar. It's Sebastian Jensen in goal. It's Ramwell Hockenhole, one of our new signings, next to Brian Miller, on loan, of course, and Matty Downey at left back. Callum Hewlett starts behind Nathan Willis and Oliver Pimlott. New signing Neil Hoskins starts at right on the right wing, along with Jay Fitzmartin on the opposite side, because his counterpart Catesby was not actually fully fit, as Jordan Oswald starts up top in place of Sean Neve. Daniel Mayer, Harry Wright, Frankie McMahon-Brown, Stephen Edmondson, and Sean Neve are on the bench though. So let's go see if we can beat South Shields and start our second season in the National League North off with a bang. So here in the Bristol Ring away at South Shields, we're going to say I want to be impressed today, go put on a show. We're of course going to be in our white kits, which is going to tell everyone to go make a difference, because first game of the season, let's not put too much pressure on them. I am looking for Jordan Oswald to get some goals here. So it's all having Jordan Oswald up top, because one of the very first series we had on this channel, we were at Stockport, we had Jason Oswald up top, and I'm going to get the two confused. I guarantee it. At some point during this season, I promise you I will get the two confused. Cirencester has somehow got into the National League North, which is interesting, because they are very much not an Organ team, but there we go. I guess the boundary got fancy. And yeah, South Shields, of course, in their claret and blue kits that we got from the, I believe, in one game last season. So we're going to encourage the boys and hopefully get out there and get ourselves a good win to tip the season off, because we do need one. I have a feeling I've managed Kieran Waleji before. I've definitely managed Lee Jonas before, but that's a side, I guess. It's not really that important. As Ramloy gets throw to Willis, gets it back, crossing for Fitzmartin, headed away by Blaze, and Toman picks up the ball now. Can we get this one back? Ball across to Jonas. Jonas out to Toman. Toman goes back to Waleji, back to Toman. Toman into Blaze, and Blaze goes across for, I think it was Halsall, headed on by Morris, but Jensen will correct those all day. And a bit of a nothing in highlights so far. I can only assume it's going somewhere as Miller picks up a short ball to Hewlett. Hewlett to Willis. Willis, ball through to Oswald, out to Ramwell. Ramwell should be down the line here. Doesn't yet. He's just going it alone. Why not? Let's just go crazy. Has a pop and straight to hand to Skinner. Honestly, bit of a waste from Ramwell, because he's better than that, if we are completely honest. We'll encourage the boys again. Hopefully, they'll get their ideas together, and we'll start to see us looking a bit more like a football team, because we're dominating possession, but we're not looking like a threat properly yet. Ramwell with a free kick into the box. Hockenhull back post with a header into the path of Jordan Oswald, and well, that is quite the goal to get his account open. Rarely see two headers combining, and well, that has done very, very well for us. Hockenhull, one of the new signings, back post. Oswald, the other new signing, the loan signing, gets in front of the goalkeeper to get that one into the net, and we've got an immediate kickoff highlight, which isn't always a great idea, because South Shields could well come back and score here as Waleji puts the ball forward for Toman, back to Waleji. Waleji tackled by Oswald. It's with Willis now. Willis through to Pimlott, who's not going to get there because he's not Usain Bolt, but Skinner gets it back for South Shields. To Bainbridge. Bainbridge goes forward for Creamer, to Abbey. Abbey looking for a pass, you'd imagine it all the way back to Jessup, to Blaze. Blaze goes back to Jonas, and Jonas goes out wide for Waleji. Waleji with it all over the top for Morris. Morris with a shot. Jensen makes a save. Toman gets the second one of the cherry, though. There is a South Shields equaliser just before half time, and well, it was looking so good for about 20 seconds there until well, we got taken apart. And I did say that Waleji was someone I've managed before. He is a very good player at this level. He's a very good provider at this level, and he has he's done his thing. Think he's an Aston Villa youth player. I think that's where he came from originally. Middlesbrough. There we go. I knew I'd come across him before somewhere. Anyway, so try not to die. We've got a draw at half time, and we're going to say we're happy with how dominated possession, because I am. But we have had a couple of players letting us down. It's Fitzmartin and Matty Downing, who are underperforming. Ironically, my system manager wanted me to drop both of those players for today's game. And maybe I should have listened. Well, if we concede another goal, maybe we'll listen to him and send on the players he thought should be there. As Jonas goes to Waleji, and Waleji back to Jonas. Jonas forward now for Halsall, to Jessup, to Bainbridge. Bainbridge with the ball forward for Creamer. Creamer turns and plays it to Abbey. Abbey going across the field, cutting inside. Ball out wide for Toma, who's already scored once. Cuts it back, and Ben Morris scores, and it's not like we've made big changes to this side, but something is not working. Something's not quite ticking right now. I'm not entirely certain what that is, and it needs to be fixed because, with all respect to South Shields, they were nowhere near us last season, and well, they've obviously recruited better than we have for this season. I don't think I like it. I think maybe that's why he wanted those two other players on the left hand side. Maybe it was a better option against Toman and Waleji. But not so much I can do about it at the minute. I could make the subs now, but it does seem a tad early, though Bramwell is also not having a great game. Maybe we'll make some changes. In fact, exactly as I said that, we've had changes forced upon us anyway. So we're going to send on McMahon Brown for Pimlet. We will take off Fitzmartin for Edmondson as well, because he's been utterly useless. And I think we'll also take the advice of sending on Roy instead of Matty Downing. We'll send all three subs right now. It's a touch earlier than I'd like to, but sometimes needs must. And if Pimlet's going to be down with an injury for a while, we've got to get him replaced anyway. May as well just make one set of changes. And hopefully we can get back into this game with these players on the pitch as Oswald gets a corner into the box. Can we get ahead to it? We can't. Hockenhole, the big lad, was there, but Skinner got his hands to it. And we do just need one goal just to equalise, which would be fine, I guess, for a season opener, as Edmondson picks up the ball. Somehow he's come deep inside. Miller goes across to Hockenhole now, and Hockenhole will take his sweet time and plays the ball forward now to Willis. Willis, looking for an option hit, doesn't really find one for Hoskins there because he didn't know where he was. Willis has got it back, though. Forward for Edmondson now, on his way through our goal, has a pop, and Skinner makes the save. And, well, we are at least trying. The right-hand side now is struggling, which is always a bit worrying. I guess it's just not going to be our day today. It's feeling like it's not going to be our day, because Bramwell would have come off if I hadn't had to take Pimlet off. And that's a bit of a shame that we've had to sacrifice that a little bit. But even so, you know, we've still got time to get another goal. Well, it looks a bit like this one's going to fizzle out to a 2-1 loss. I can't see us getting back into the game now. Our flanks have been absolutely outplayed today. And I don't know. I don't know how that's happened. I really don't. Because we were so much better than South Shields last season. And I don't know how we're not this time. I think I'm going to do, I don't know what I just saw from this team, because I don't want to say I'm proud of your efforts, because they were rubbish. That's not good enough. So there we go, a win and a draw for FC United and Maine Road. Not in that order, that'd be too easy. It's not showing on there yet because it's not properly sorted out the results yet, but I need to work out where we're coming back. We've obviously seen the game, so that's fine. I want this to be a shortish season because I'm very aware that FM25 is looming and we'd like to get both these teams at least into the league before that happens. I think we're going to come back probably for the Boxing Day games because both teams should be playing on Boxing Day, I would think. We'll find out in just a second, but I think both teams should be playing on Boxing Day. That makes sense. They are playing South Shields again there, so that's well, that's interesting. Let's work it out. Let's work it out, and it'll be sometime around Christmas. We'll come back sometime around Christmas and check in with our sides and see how they're doing. That is by far the easiest way of doing this. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I have as always been Chasing. And do like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave your comments down below, share with your friends, all that good stuff. And until next time, thank you for watching. Stay safe and have a good evening.